Rise and shine. So I don't think we have anything for breakfast. You're gonna be having to buy something from the ale house here. And let's give something to the chickens here. Okay, ladies. So what do you want? Pretzel? Let's give you the bread. No, don't go away from it. Oh, there you go, in the middle. And the pretzel, you're gonna be giving it to the swine that is next to the monastery. Yeah, we usually give her a bit of extra meal that we don't exactly process ourselves. Yeah, pigs don't mind all that much, and she's gonna be happy for that. So what do you have? I guess that some pancakes will be going a long way.
What can I help you with? May the Lord watch over you.
Do you have that even? No, you don't. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. I was hoping for a sweet pancake, but apparently that's only baker. That would be in town, but since we are already here, well... Okay, let's just get the pretzel then. And we can go... No, we actually don't have to be going anywhere. That quest is continued here, right? We just need to be finding Mr. Pavel. Yeah, I could just keep it all and tell Pavel someone got to it before me. Yeah, I don't think so. That's not what we are gonna be doing here. But we got everything. We found the stash, Groschen and dagger. It came as no surprise that no one found it before me. It's not exactly the kind of place anyone would go for a stroll. So where do you have you, mister? Are you just hidden somewhere inside, or... Yep.
So I went looking for that stash of yours.
And how did you get on?
There really was money there, and quite a lot of it. And I found that dagger. When you were talking about donating the money for the common good,
Satisfied?
what did you have in mind?
The Virgin Mary chose Sassau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any further than the Rathaus or the Church of St. Martin. Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Hashek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
Father Fabian. Okay, so... What about the infirmary? Yeah, she sent me here, so she will be deserving something.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is working for the common good?
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a very poor record in that respect.
Try telling that to Johanka, exactly.
Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer.
Oh, okay,
on
that's
just
different than I
because
thought
you're
it's going to
worried
be
the monastery
coming.
will build
I thought
more
that was a bit of a
scaffolding for your money.
sarcasm, apparently not.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen councillor, I have
That's
a
not where I
certain
thought it's
property dispute with the
gonna be
monastery.
going.
And you'd let my former Skalitz neighbours and Johanka suffer on because of some personal grudge? Do you really think the Overseer would give them nothing when it's his duty?
I'd rather the Rathaus or the church had the money. But I suppose you're right. I'll allow a donation to the monastery. Take care now.
Yeah, okay. I wonder if you can somehow split it even between all of this. Pavel wants me to donate his coin to one cause. Okay, so we cannot split it. It has to be one. In Sassau. Before I decide who should get it, I should go and talk. Basically, if I was going it like real life or whatever like that, I might be wanted to actually split it around. It would be making a bit more sense. And decide who should get it. I should go and talk to the potential beneficiaries and see who I think is most deserving. And I come to think of it, maybe I could donate only half of the agreed amount for the common good, and the rest of the good of my own purse. Yeah, he definitely wouldn't find about it, but still. Okay, so we need to be talking to all the people then, to find out who's the best suited and least likely to be abusing it.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount of money, 1800 groshens. Oh, those stutters here in town.
Come get them.
Come and get it, fine people. And horseback and Jew, a joy to taste.
Maybe we could give it to the charlatan. That would be the best use of money. Alright, so Mr. Bailiff. Where do we have you? This is only our scribe. I don't assume he's gonna be still sleeping. He's gonna be somewhere out. Do we have him like selected on the quest? Yes, we do. So a bit more to the south, apparently. Stop right there, mister.
Greetings, good night. How may I serve you?
I really damn hope you're not gonna be actually giving it to anybody. I'm right now slightly concerned, because sometimes the quests are not exactly designed well. And when something leads you to one result, it's actually going to be doing something completely different. So I'm slightly worried. I don't want to exactly give it to him.
Goodbye.
Worried about it quite a lot right about now. Before I decide who should get it, I should go and talk to the potential beneficiaries and see who I think is most deserving. No, it shouldn't be coming to him.
I'd like to donate quite a large sum to
What
the town.
the
Good
freak?
heavens. That's not something I
If
hear
it's gonna
every
be
day.
coming through,
As
then
the
I'm definitely
bailiff,
loading
naturally,
and
I welcome every
cursing
gift that
at
benefits the
Warhorse
town.
for this.
You might like to consider some of my proposals.
So hopefully that's not gonna be the case.
Well, what could I contribute the money to?
A proper stone
Hopefully.
bridge is the
Let's
pride
keep
of every
optimistic
good
right
town.
now.
Our wooden one serves well enough for now, but God forbid that one day it should collapse under the abbot. The locals are also concerned about the floods we have from time to time. Building a better weir and embankments to contain the river would benefit the situation. Then there's the armory, which burned down a few years ago. We weren't too bothered then, but now, with all the unrest, we could do with some new hauberks, helmets, polearms, and other things.
Alright.
I'll think it over.
Okay, so luckily it is really talking with them. It was scary how it started. It almost seemed like that we are already giving it to him. What's the way inside the church? It's to the bottom somewhere here, right? Or is it not? Where the hell is the way to the church? Yeah, okay, this is it.
I'd like to donate quite a large sum to the Sasau Church.
Pro bonum commune, eh? Well, I'll be very happy to accept it. And I can even tell you what it would be used for. So you know how the common welfare will benefit.
Well, out with it.
What could I contribute the money to?
Well, requiem masses for the dead can shorten the time the departed spend in purgatory. The greater the donation, the more masses I can say, and the more the saints will listen. Our house of
Are you
God
kidding
is
me, you
also in need of
asshole?
improvement. Having it decorated would certainly bring credit to the benefactor. It would also be possible to give all the money for poverty relief, so those who are not
Yeah,
blessed
that's
with
the last thing that he
property have
mentions.
something to live on.
That's the last thing that he mentions, yeah. Yeah, you're
I'll
not
think it
getting a
over.
penny out of it.
Goodbye.
You're not getting a penny out of that at all. Live up your indulgences, which are immoral to begin with. So church definitely not. The town at least had some kind of good sense out of it. And behind it. But holy crap, this one. That was something. If he got paid more, he would be doing more masses. Seriously, what the hell was that? Okay, so back to the monastery. And find out with the overseer what, or rather how you would be splitting the money, I guess. Maybe you could even convince him to give it all to the infirmary. Would be nice. Okay, let's leave Pebbles right next to Hay. To the Sasau Monastery, so... It means going to the Overseer, I assume. Yep.
What the?
No, don't lock yourself up. Like, there's still a way after him.
For service, Sir Knight.
I have a gift of money for Johanka's infirmary.
Johanka's, you say? I'd like to remind you that the infirmary belongs to the monastery, which decides how to allocate donations. But of course, as long as no other serious issues arise, the infirmary will benefit. Who is the donor?
The donation is from Pavel of Kolin.
Indeed. I've heard that he has openly objected to how we handle the monastery's assets. Is he aware of this decision?
I managed to convince him a donation to the monastery would be beneficial for all.
Really? Sounds unlikely, but so be it. How much are we talking about?
All of this.
It's not any great amount, but I must express my gratitude. On behalf of the whole Sasau monastery.
Yeah, let's go this way then. For Johanka, because it was hers. And she really wanted it, or rather she deserves it, because she was the first one to kinda make sure that we even get the money. The town was kinda not nonsensical, the town kinda made sense. Town wasn't a bad option at all. But since Johanka kinda like pretty much made the money, she deserves it. Hopefully the monastery is gonna be remembering it. Oh, we have the piggy here. We wanted to give her the bad pretzel. Nah, there you go.
Yeah.
So we gave it to that monastery, and where is Mr. Pavel then? Still inside, drinking in his sorrows? Yep, he is.
My pleasure.
I did what you asked. I donated the money for the common good.
Thank you. Who did you give the money to?
I gave it all to the monastery overseer. I'm sure it'll go towards Johanka's care for the sick.
Perhaps in the end you did the best thing. Even if it's only a gesture that we are concerned for those poor wretches. Thank you. It was an honor to meet an honorable, selfless man like yourself. God be with you.
Farewell, Pavel.
Farewell indeed. Well, I think it ended up rather well.
Yeah.
What are you randomly doing here, Mr. Villager? Almost like some kind of random spy or something. Doesn't seem to be having any kind of serious business here, and we should be talking to Sebastian about that mercenary band. Let's check out with the overseer, maybe he has something to say. Okay, that's not him, that's Brother Porter. I just maybe looking to check out with him if he has given it to Johanka, maybe. Nah, doesn't want to talk to us. Alright, so things are getting a bit more serious here. That's not good. As far as staying unburned in medieval ages, or rather medieval times.
Good heavens. What's all this? Candles? Pictures? Someone's made quite a shrine here. I can't wait to hear what Johanka thinks of this.
Looks like some kind of plums. That would be something I would be enjoying right now.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
Well, fighting a few humans and whatnot.
About that burger from Colleen.
How did it go?
It all turned out well. I found that treasure of his, and I even persuaded Pavel to donate it to the infirmary.
Really? That's incredible. Everything is working out in the end. Now, if only Matthias would get better.
What about those thugs? Did they come back again?
No, not at all. It's like the ground swallowed them up. But, Henry, something else has happened.
Oh? What's that?
The Blessed Virgin visited me again, and she gave
Oh, did
me
she?
a new message. And I must spread the word to the people right away.
What did she show you
What
then?
did she show you this time?
You'll find out when the time is right.
Oh, you're getting cryptic with me. I'm helping you all the time. You're basically using me as your left hand. No, even the right one. And even a few more extras, and you're gonna be this on me? No.
Do you really think that's a good idea? The reactions to your first sermon were a bit unpredictable.
But what about the people who come to me, and the ones we helped? This is important, and it's my duty. I can't keep the Virgin's messages to myself. They're meant for everyone.
If you insist. But I'd better accompany you.
Thanks. Maybe it would be better to avoid the town and meet somewhere out of the way. There's a meadow near the woods by Sasau. It's not too far. We could go there.
No. We already talked about it being necessary, so she seems to be convinced, so let's not push her too much. Alright.
That would be wise. Alright.
We'll set out tomorrow at dawn. In the meanwhile, you can sleep here if you want. I'll find you a bed. If not, just come at dawn. But don't be late.
Thanks for the offer, but I've got some other matters to deal with yet. I'll see you in the morning.
If you must, just don't keep me waiting. God be with you.
Commanding, aren't you? Virgin Mary in your head, apparently quite high in there. But anyway, we're gonna be having to visit Sebastian. We can probably leave Pebbles there for the time being. Okay, we actually even talked to her about some other things. I just now remembered. She was having a few other options there.
God be with you, Henry.
About the speech on the sky. We apparently haven't talked about it a bit before. It's kind of relevant now.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the
So
square.
let's kind of explore it a bit, because we
I
didn't
never heard
before.
anything like it in my life.
So, what do you think? Was it all right?
No. We like maybe some kind of other options. These are kind of all... It's alright. It was strange. No, kind of the strange is the closest word that I would potentially use, I think. Gonna be definitely losing reputation with her, but you know, who cares? Amazing. These are basically, there are two parts to this. As far as content, it was strange. As far as delivery, it actually wasn't that bad. So what are we gonna be actually commenting on? Let's go the middle way here. It was alright.
Well, you sounded quite convincing, alright. Totally different than normal. All hellfire
Yeah, it's kind of
and
alright.
destruction.
Seems to be leading in a direction that I would be
Feeling like I was back
expecting
in
and
Scarlet's
wanting.
and it was happening all over again. It was really interesting, though. It's a pity you don't hear sermons like that in church.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
It made an impression on them,
I'd say
certainly
they
did.
liked it.
We were kind of watching around
Everyone
what they
was
were talking
quite
about after.
Spellbound.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it?
No,
And
well,
do
it
you
depends.
think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
It was pretty clear what she meant.
Oh, yes. Clear as day.
Well, pretty much all of it, but most you were telling us to be virtuous, pretty much.
It was a warning about our sinfulness. If we're virtuous, Our Lady will protect us against the demons.
Yes, that's what I think her message was. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Okay, so what about the Matthias? The things by your door. That's also something that you wanted to talk about quite a bit. But let's right now talk about Matthias.
Any news about Matthias?
Yes, it's incredible. But he's much better. He's still lying in bed, but he's slowly recovering his strength. And he's got his appetite back. I think he's really going to make a recovery.
See, like I said, Matthias is as tough as an old boot. Where did all those pretty things outside your door come from?
People have been bringing things and leaving them here. Sometimes they even pray.
Yeah, it's a pretty big problem for
Flowers,
church
a
back
few
then.
coins,
Idolatry was a huge
some
problem.
Food and various bits and
If you're
pieces.
involved in that,
People give whatever they have.
you better be worried about your
Some of
health
them like candles
and life.
too.
Why are they doing it?
Well, I think it's like some veneration to the Blessed Virgin. And they come seeking advice too, asking about this and that and what they should do. And even worse, they want me to bless them. Someone asked me to bless them before traveling to
Yeah.
Benishov. Others
That's not
asked me
good.
to bless women about to give birth, so their children would be healthy and nothing bad would happen. And it seems to me there's more and more coming.
The first
I'm
problem
at a
is
loss
that
what
only
to
church
do.
can do that. Second, she's
I
a
wasn't
woman, and
expecting this
women
at all.
cannot do that either. So she's really heading into quite big trouble with the church here. And that's kind of obvious from the very beginning. Not much like where this is going for you, I'm sorry.
Well, I hope it doesn't get out of hand. You know how people are. Someone might be offended.
Maybe. But these people are acting of their own free will, and I can't drive them away. But I don't bless anyone, in case you were thinking.
Sure, that really wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah,
Of course
really
not.
wouldn't.
What? Do I look like a bishop?
No, he'd have a fit if he saw something like that.
Now this is actually a rather interesting question that she's sleeping in a room here. It's gonna be time probably to Sebastian. She already alluded to having some kind of thing with him. Because he was, if you remember in the original playthrough, he was kinda like chasing after her. She didn't want him exactly. But in the end, she kinda did. She kinda was impressed slightly. So it's slightly confusing because right now she's professing like undying love to Matthias. And at the same time, she seems to be having an affair with Sebastian. So, like, what the hell is going on here? And at the same time, she's trying to be like Virgin Mary or
I see
whatever.
things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
Yeah, just sleeping with a man there that you are supposed not to be. So,
Well, what's so complicated? They finally showed appreciation for everything you do here, right?
no,
Yes,
for even something doing a bit
something like
more.
Can we just talk about something else, please?
It's really brilliant how she's evaded. It's nicely written. It's really nicely written.
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here.
There we go.
Always bringing me gifts, a dress, a piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy. Any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once... more than once, I... went with
Even
him.
more than
Then
once.
He had this room
No,
cleared
there
out
comes the image of the
and
Virgin
gave it to
crumbling.
me.
No, she wasn't virgin before, I guess, but overall, like the religion Virgin Mary, nothing all as nice as she pretends to be. No, don't like either of them. I don't want to be shaming her that bad, but at the same time, I don't want to tell her that it's not her fault. It's really belying everything that she's right now trying to say to everybody. So, No, I would like a third option here, absolutely certainly. There should be a third option here. All things considered, let's go with this.
I won't tell anyone, I promise. But what you did was bad. Whatever the reason. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
This is not exactly how I would be liking to go there.
I'm
but
sorry.
he should be kind of like slightly telling her off
forgive
what
me.
she's trying to do now.
But it's all
Preaching
over.
to everybody,
I
and
swear.
she's basically not any kind of
Since I
different
started having those
than what she's
dreams,
preaching against.
I haven't been with him.
Or at least that.
I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think
Okay, that's a much better
maybe it's because of me
direction
that
of the
Matthias
conversation.
isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous.
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it, and you tried to make amends.
Yes.
So ashamed, Henry. Please
That
forgive
earlier
me,
bit with being
and
so
don't
rough
tell
with her, that
Matthias
wasn't
or
exactly
anyone
all that
else,
what
I
we wanted,
beg
but
you.
this
I won't
and
breathe a
ending is
word.
okay.
I
It's
promise.
cool and the direction
Thank
we
you,
wanted.
Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
God be with you.
Okay, so we got into extra information, so we can be... Isn't that new? Was this here before? Maybe I just haven't noticed that little thingy at the bottom here. But anyway, let's go to Sebastian. We have a bit of business to talk about with him. I'm guessing there's gonna be a word about Johanka as well. Apparently garden reset. I mean, like, if you remember in the previous playthrough, you were having a quest of weeding this out, and apparently everything is back in. All the dandelions and all the thistles, so he's not doing a good job, Brother Nicodemus, of actually keeping this in check. Maybe he needs us to do it again. Well, hello.
Excuse me, sir. I need...
It can wait.
No, it cannot.
I haven't seen Johanka for some time, but you, on the other hand, seem to be constantly running around her. Tell me,
Oh,
how
jealous
is
are
she?
we?
Is anything the matter with her? If anything at all is troubling her, be sure to tell her. I'll be glad to help.
She's doing well.
I'm glad to hear it. Did she happen to mention me?
No. No, once or twice. Let's see where it leads.
Aye, she mentioned you once or twice.
Did she indeed? And what did she say?
And she ended it with you. Various things.
Oh, you know, this and that.
Well, give her my regards and tell her if she should need anything. I shall be happy to oblige in any way I can.
All right.
I'm sure
tell
you
her.
would.
And next time, she doesn't have to send you. She can come herself, can she not?
No, she cannot. That's the point of this. I don't know about you, Johanka.
I know about you and her. She told me everything.
Oh? What exactly do you mean? You'd better be very careful what you say, boy.
Oh. Yeah, let's not succumb to threats.
I know you're a married man, but you haven't always been entirely faithful to your wife.
How dare you?
And you had to pick Johanka. I know all about it. And you should know it's finished. Johanka was feeling vulnerable when it was all too much for her. That's all. She and Matthias care for each other, so leave them alone. She doesn't want to have anything more to do with you. And she won't.
How dare you speak like that to a noble? You, a blacksmith's brat from Scarlets.
Well, not really
If you weren't in
anymore.
Lord Copula's charge, I'd have you whipped for your lies and dragged behind a horse all the way to Ratai. But whoever you might be hiding behind, next time I'll do just that. Now get out! May the Lord watch over you.
Did we actually screw that other quest right about now by this?
I hope I can be of help to you.
No, you kinda... He got actually come rather quick.
I found this document in the woods by Sasau. Careful, it's a bit bloody.
Don't tell me those fools got themselves.
To hell with it.
And did you come across any Cumans?
Yes, they're finished.
There now. It's not such a fuck-up after all.
Here's some money for you. It was supposed to be for those idiots, but it seems they asked for 100 groschen more than they deserved. Good luck then.
Okay, so 325. We have kinda dealt with all of it that we needed with him. So hopefully he's gonna be not bothering Johanka too much, but based on his answer, I kinda doubt it. Probably doesn't put too much stock in us. So he's gonna be annoying her anyway. So right about now, we basically need to be waiting for the next day, right? And it's just midday. We don't have any kind of new quest. That's for the tournament. You have to be winning the whole tournament there to meet Black Peter, and that's gonna be really hard because we're not good at hand-to-hand combat. So quite frankly, I'm not even certain we can even win a tournament. And the tournament is quite far away. I cannot talk to Matthias right now if he's still, or if he's up already then. Where is he? Ah, okay, so we cannot talk to him. Well, it was just an idea. That was just an idea, and if you're going for a tournament, that would be going to Rataye. That would be costing us like most of the day. Can we even start a tournament, or... Maybe we cannot even start it now. Doesn't seem so. Gonna be having to wait for that for a bit later. But then what are we going to be doing in the meantime? Okay, that's the way out into end game. I don't exactly want to be wasting like the whole day. I'm just going straight to sleep, so... So. What else though can we be doing? No, probably nothing much. It's rather underwhelming.
Yeah.
Not entirely positive how it works with the tournaments, but they are always kind of like announced in the game as a quest when you are able to go for it. So I'm assuming they are not available like perpetually, maybe like once a week or something, which would be kind of strange slightly, but maybe. Okay, let me check that out. Maybe you can be like activating it. Okay, it seems like that we can actually activate it. We just need to be having the innkeepers activate it for us. That's at least what I right now understand of it. But we need to be going into Rataya anyway. For all of that. And since we do have the whole day, I think we might be trying that. But question is if we should be heading there by fast travel or on our own, because on our own it's going to be faster. So I kind of guess let's do that. Having half the day. It's not too much. Not too much indeed. But let's put it onto the map. And let's enjoy the countryside. Maybe there's gonna be some kind of ambush on the way for a bit of fun. It's gonna be delaying us and sending us back here in time. Oh, that is an ambush. Alright. Okay, so band of bandits, is it? That's exactly what you're kinda looking for. Straight into the belly, nice. Well, you, Mr. Wanderer, should be kinda careful.
Look out! There's an enemy here!
Yeah!
Well, we kinda know. Thank you for telling us.
Oh my God. Watch out, people! There's some bandit there! Look, an enemy!
Yeah!
And we're going down. Damn it.
Come here, Lily Liver! Yeah! You're in the wrong place, wrong time. Bring it on! Who's there? Yeah!
Whoa, that went right under his arm. Crap.
Yeah!
Nice, one shot, one kill. Ow.
You'll get one for!
Nice. And the other guy, he may be run. He was already probably bleeding quite heavily, so that's why he stopped fighting. So boar hide, that's gonna be for our new home. Hunting arrows, no. Piercing arrow, though, yes. Gonna be taking that one, thank you very much. Otherwise, you don't seem to be having anything really interesting at all. Did he have the bow on himself? No, he dropped it. Ah, there's the bow. You hunting bow. You hunting bow is actually not that bad. Is it expensive? I should be having still better, but... No, 310, that's really not bad. What kind of bow do we have? I think we have ash bow, right? Or something. Apparently not. Elm longbow already. Okay. 72 power. Only 64. Okay. We can be leaving it here. No need for that. Piece of crap. Is the other guy? Yeah. See, we felt him at pretty much a close position. Another piercing arrow. Few heights. Apparently coxcomb for 300. Nothing huge. But goblet. Thank you very much. Well, that is pretty much it. And ash hunting bow here. That's gonna be even worse. Yep. No need to bother with that at all. So there should be some kind of random arrows somewhere that I missed with. They are gonna be having white feathers, so potentially they shouldn't be that hard to find. But I'm also kind of curious about the last guy, if he really ran away. Or if maybe he's gonna be waiting for us somewhere here. But to be honest, on this ground, I really doubt you're gonna be finding the battles. Like, I think I missed about 2 times. There might be some arrows somewhere flying, or other flying lying on the ground. Should be reasonably difficult to find. Even through the white feathers. That's gonna be legit impossible. But anyway, let's find it. Is that still you? Oh yeah, it definitely is.
What are you doing here? Tired of life.
How about you?
You all get what for?
Fortunately, I don't have right about now. Yeah, that was rather quick. He was already quite wounded. I don't have shield, so we got kinda lucky in there slightly. That you were able to land the hits quite quickly. He didn't have a shield either. Let's put it up. So he didn't run away. He was just kinda scared. They are usually scared when you are on horseback, and they aren't. So they tend to be scared of that. And run away. And once you go on foot, they are a bit more belligerent. Well, that was your problem then. What do you have? 3 arrows. He was even in him. That's about it. And where is your weapon? There it is. $697. Fear not. Can be taking that. Not gonna be using it, but it's worthwhile loot. And it's a sword, so you can be just maybe preparing for some kind of throne out of Game of Thrones. You're gonna be collecting enough of them. And there's an arrow. That's not ours, that's of one of those dudes. And that's a bad one, so you don't really care. You're a guardsman, right? Whoa! Did the Wayfarer actually run away and bring the guards here? Holy crap! If that is the truth of this, now that is rather awesome. If that actually happened. Because I legitimately don't remember this happening before. This is one of ours. That is excellent. It really seems that something that happened. And I don't think that was in the original game. Because I never encountered that. And I remember even complaining about it not being a possibility. Holy crap, it really seems that's what happened. That once the Wayfarer was running away, he actually brought help. Well, thank you for the effort. And for the design of the game. But at this point it's not exactly needed. They didn't know who they were dealing with. But nice. Real damn nice. Call me impressed. It wasted about only 2 hours. I was kind of hoping that maybe some kind of... What is this actual light here? Oh, that's because there's a hole in the trees. We're just kind of looking at maybe something like, I don't know, some angel is coming down. Some kind of mistake or anything, but nope, it isn't. You wasted only 2 hours with this. I was hoping maybe for some kind of bigger engagement, a harder one. Those were pretty much some kind of weaklings. So we still do have plenty of time to potentially make it to Rataya. Just right now randomly looking, because there should be like 1 or 2 arrows here. Somewhere that I missed with, but I don't see them. And where do we have pebbles then? Am I that completely lost that I cannot even remember where I left my horse, or rather where I left my horse? I can of course whistle for him, he's gonna be somewhere close by, but I cannot find it a bit of a fun little challenge at this point to actually find him where I left him. Because that's slightly confusing me. I thought I was close by to the road. No, apparently not at all. Oh, I'm way past. I'm way into the side. Need to be going way inside here. Oh well, giving up on that, but legit lost pebbles, so if he didn't have the teleport, I wouldn't be able to find him or something. It's completely strange. Completely strange indeed. Maybe he was actually way more into here. It's probable. Probable and possible. Yeah, it will have to be it. But anyway, let's gonna continue into our next destination. This is where we began the fight in, where they were waiting for us. So that was 3 of them. Is there maybe somebody else still waiting here? Doesn't seem so. Basically 1 on melee and 2 archers. That was the group.
Yeah. Yeah.
no human waiting behind the forest here and the bushes, so apparently no valet in here. Just kinda hoping maybe some kind of second entertainment for the evening could be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so almost in Ratae. Just running from through somebody's backyard here.
Yeah.
And we need to be making it also back for the morning, so I'm thinking I will be like to sleep potentially at the inn next to Sazawa rather than here in Ratae, or maybe we could be even... Yeah, okay, alright. Stay calm, horsey. Maybe you could be sleeping here at the mill with Teresa and waking up early.
Yeah.
Like waking up like 5, 6 a.m. Like those 2 hours, that's usually the travel time. Even less back into Sazawa from Ratae. When you're not fast traveling. And using the horsey as is. Yes, smell my horse.
Implements, instruments, and tools. Everything for work and home.
Okay, so is this in, for example, an activator? I think it could be. So ask the innkeeper.
God almighty, has something happened to you?
Well, apparently not. So maybe different inn. Gonna maybe just check up straight there with the herald, or how is he called? Hello, good lord.
God bless you. What troubles you?
I'd like to enroll in the big tournament.
You'll have to wait a few days until Sir Hanush announces another one.
Yeah, I'll have to be waiting.
Come then, and I'll gladly sign you up.
No, okay, so we're gonna be really having to wait for tournament. We had a few options in the previous days in the playthrough, but apparently not now. Gonna be having to wait for that, so let's see if that's gonna happen.
What are the rules of the tournament?
So what are the rules
Is there
exactly?
anything
Yeah,
I should
let's
watch
gonna
out
learn
for?
about it.
Well, it's not a life or death struggle. We're not barbarians, after all. Anything in particular you'd like to know?
How long does it go on?
All day long. The combatants have to go through several tough bouts before the outcome is decided. Usually the victor is announced before sunset, but it's not unheard of for duels to drag out until nightfall.
How many rounds do I have to win to become the final victor?
Depends how many people enroll. Today comes out of 3 rounds. The combatants who win the first round go through to the second, and the winners of the second will fight each other in the final duel.
What are the rules of combat?
The tourney is for commoners, but that doesn't mean chivalrous behavior doesn't apply. Anyone who leaves the arena before the winner is announced forfeits the duel. If you strike an opponent who has yielded, you'll be disqualified too.
Okay, so that's actually some kind of mistake that I could be making in my zealousness in trying to hit him.
And what do I have to do to win? Do I have to beat the opponent every time, or do I get several tries?
To get to the second round, you have to beat your opponent twice in the first one. If both opponents win 1 bout each in the round, the victor is decided in a third duel. Whoever wins that
classic
one
best of.
goes on to the next round.
How are you, Henry?
What kind of weapons are used in the tourney?
You can take your pick. In the first 2 duels, that is. If a third duel is needed to decide the matter, Sir Hanush chooses the weapons.
Can I borrow weapons and armor here?
Not only can you, you have to. This is about fighting skill, not about who's got the best kit. So you and your opponent get the same. There's equipment
that's nice.
prepared for all the combatants. As soon as you sign up, you'll have armor and weapons prepared for you too.
Okay, so we at least know how
Thanks.
the tournament right
That's
now
all I need to
works, and once days are gonna be coming, then we are gonna be able to take part, potentially find out towards that other quest, but that is not the important one for this playthrough. Okay, so you're gonna be just heading back into the inn, or rather to the inn, to sleep at Sazava, and then wait until the morning, or sleep until the morning rather. Gonna be probably fast traveling there anyway, but I wanted to have a look if I need to eat. 79. 79, and we also had something to put on our horsey. So Fear Not is there, or are they going to be put there? The Boar Heights. Apple is for breakfast. That comes on horsey as well. No, Pavel of Colin definitely didn't want that bad back. I'm gonna be keeping it in inventory just in case. You're gonna be talking to him again, and he will be interested nonetheless. I'll be liking to give it back to him anyway. So we have smoked sausage, we have salmi here. That's something that you could be definitely eating for. You're gonna be having it for dinner, I guess, because they give a lot of nourishment. 27, yeah, it's quite a ton. 17 for the salami. You're gonna have to buy at the inn, I guess, some bread rolls with it. Starting to rain. Storm is definitely coming closer. Here in Prague, not in Rataje. Alright, nice Azova. And it's already night. 21, that's exactly quite nice timing.
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay, so let's put Webus into his favorite place with his friends, wash up a bit, and go to sleep so that he can be rising up early in the morning for another sermon from Johanka. Let's see what this one is going to be about. If it's gonna be more about the demons and whatnot as the last one. So there's the Ale Bench.
Greetings. What do you need?
Can I sleep here?
All right. For how...
Just the one night?
Sure.
Here you go.
And we also wanted to buy the bread roll here. Right, so we're gonna be right about now eating 72, so we can actually go reasonably low. Smoked sausage though is still quite high, but this one that will be exactly like all of it. Maybe we could, but we already bought the bread roll. Salami is how much? 17, so it's gonna be 89. Bread roll is like 7. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Salami with the bread roll, quite the classic. So when is she gonna be getting up? I mean, like, most of the people actually get up at about 8. Let's do 8 and potentially wait then in front of her house.